Right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Horrid heat, and so early in the season. How much longer the heat lasts before this pattern shifts?
22 hours until the Blues are back on the ice, fighting to advance in the playoffs.
We just know we're going to do it again, so we're getting ready for it.
But first, an infant and a teenage girl are in the hospital right now after a shooting in broad daylight.
The lady was in the car screaming, help, 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 help my baby.
And the victims don't stop there. Tonight, St. Louis police say a man was shot and killed during all that gunfire. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. The woman who was driving was also shot. This quadruple shooting happened about 4 hours ago near North Kings Highway and I-70 in North City. Robert Townsend joins us now from police headquarters with new information. Robert.
Mike, right now police are still looking for several shooters. They tell me guys armed with guns intentionally targeted the victims. Witnesses told St. Louis police it was a terrifying time for multiple people in one vehicle.
I came outside. I saw a car that had been shot.
Police say around 5:30 Wednesday afternoon, 4 people were riding in a black SUV down North Kings Highway and I-70 on the city's north side. Within moments, guys in 2 separate cars pulled up.
And the vehicle in front blocked the vehicle with the victims in it, and the vehicle in the back pulled up behind, and the shooters got out.
Investigators say several shooters then sprayed the victim's vehicle with bullets and sped off. Police tell us a man sitting on the back seat of the victim's car was shot and killed. The female driver and a 14-year-old girl sitting in the front seat also suffered gunshot wounds. Investigators say paramedics rushed a baby to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The lady was in the car screaming, help, help, help. Help my baby, get my baby. I asked her, was the man in the back the baby's father? And she said yes.
This witness, who didn't want us to show her face, says she ran to try to help the victims. She says the female driver told her her baby boy is 3 months old. The witness says the infant suffered a grazed wound on his hand and a knot on the back of his head. His mom also had several injuries.
She had a bullet wound in her shoulder. Something was wrong with her fingertip. One of her fingertips looked like it may have been shot off, and she may have gotten shot in the back also.
The shootings come just 1 month before St. Louis police plan to have their officers work 12-hour shifts this summer in hopes of curbing crime.
I feel sorry for everybody, because it's not just her and the people that was in her, it's everybody. It's the neighborhood, it's the community. Things need to change.
And right now, police have not given us any updates on the victims' conditions. They are asking anyone with any kind of information to call St. Louis police. We're live downtown. I'm Robert Townsend. 5 on your side.
The St. Louis area continues to deal with a record heat wave. Take a look at our camera in St. Charles, where it's still in the 80s at 10 o'clock. An 11-year-old record was broken today. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell says we are poised to break another record tomorrow. Scott?
Oh yeah, we are going to knock another record down tomorrow, and we've had a whole bunch. I'm full of things that would go into your Friday night trivia night. I mean, we got a whole category here just in this month's weather. We had 94 today, and the peak heat index recorded was 102 degrees in St. Louis. So that's a record high temperature for the day. It's the earliest we've hit 94 since records have been kept. That goes back to 1874 in St. Louis. It's the earliest we've had a 100-degree heat index by 2 weeks. That goes back to 1945. And we had a low temperature this morning of 74, which once we pass midnight tonight will go in the books as the record warmest low temperature for the day. And it's still in the mid to upper 80s in the metro area. Once you get into some of the outlying areas, temperatures are a little bit cooler. The big story, though, again tomorrow, 95 to 99 on your heat index. Our bodies not really acclimated to this heat this early in the season, and heat has a cumulative effect on our bodies. So it's building on us and it's taking its toll. Make sure you're getting plenty of water and try to do those outdoor activities or anything that's stressful where you're going to break that sweat earlier in the day before the heat of the day kicks in, which means basically by lunchtime, Mike.
All right, Scott, thanks. A St. Louis City alderman has abruptly resigned. John Collins Muhammad's last day will be tomorrow. Tonight, multiple sources tell 5 on your side Muhammad is under federal investigation for bribery. In his resignation letter, he apologized to his family and constituents for shortcomings and mistakes. Those closest to Muhammad were surprised by the news.
I'm sad, truly sad. I mean, I actually cried when he told me this morning. I will stand with John. You know, John's young and we all make mistakes.
I was surprised. I was shocked. I have no idea what led to his resignation.
The city charter requires a special election to fill the vacancy in 75 to 90 days. Sounding off within the last 2 hours, the first of 2 town halls wrapped up, allowing you to weigh in on how to best take advantage of $250 million coming from the American Rescue Plan Act.
That money is headed to St. Louis later this month. Brent Solomon joins us now with what is happening next. Brent.
Yes, lots to do here. City leaders soon coming up with a plan. This after hearing from the community tonight, no topic off limits. People speaking their minds in hopes that those with the power to do something will hear them.
In St. Louis, people are talking.
These streets, they're sinking in.
Because they care.
And the houses are dilapidated, and they need either demolition, put some money toward demolition, and the weeds are high.
And want change.
And I said, let's put our city back together.
That's 85-year-old Willie Mae James, who took advantage of Mayor Tashara Jones' invitation to tell the city what you want, with the remaining $250 million coming to the city from the American Rescue Plan Act, also known as ARPA.
I believe those that are closest to the problem are closest to the solution.
And James had no problem giving her 2 cents.
And we need those speed bumps. They flies through the streets. They don't stop with a stop sign. They shoot whenever they feel like it. And I'm tired of all that crime.
The mayor says she's listening.
I remember a St. Louis where it was safe for our babies to play outside without fear of gunshots ringing out in the distance.
It's why this crowd handed over a list of suggestions. More police, potholes, overgrown trees. That's not all.
But with this money, I hope you all find some farmers markets, grocery stores, safe, viable neighborhoods, communities in this north side.
The homeless are being ran away from place to place to place, and many of these homeless people cannot get the help that they need because there's no collaboration of help for them.
So if you're going to get this money, use it for the things we need. Everything counts.
There you have it. City leaders will have 2 years to decide how to allocate all of that money and 4 years to spend it. The next town hall will happen next Tuesday. We'll keep you posted on that.
Tonight, a convicted felon from St. Louis is behind bars in Jefferson City, accused of trying to bring a gun into the Missouri State Capitol. Alok Rora was arraigned in Cole County Court today. According to court documents, he told Capitol Police yesterday he had a gun inside his duffel bag that he wanted to show Governor Mike Parson. Officers found 79 rounds of ammo inside that bag, along with a military-style knife. Rora is being held without bond.
Chasing the Cup, sponsored by Car Shield.
In front, and a shot by Tarasenko, and he scores! Tarasenko has given the Blues a 3-2 lead.
The Blues now just 1 win away from clinching their playoff series against the Minnesota Wild. Last night in Game 5 of the best-of-7, Vladimir Tarasenko scored 3 goals in the third period for a 1-period hat trick. The Blues won 5-2 to take a 3-2 series lead. The Blues can clinch the series tomorrow night on home ice.
And while St. Louisans are dealing with the sweltering heat, they are sure paying attention to the ice. Our Pepper Baker is live with the excitement for those who bleed blue. Pepper.
And Mike, the energy will be through the roof here at Enterprise Center tomorrow as the Blues return home for Game 6. And if local business owners learned anything from the Blues Stanley Cup win in 2019, it's to prepare for the crowds ahead of time.
There's nothing like hockey playoffs.
These St. Louis Blues fans can hardly contain their excitement for Game 6, hoping the team will clinch the series Thursday night at home.
Well, it's just a great time for the city. I mean, how many cities win a Stanley Cup?
John Dugan and Jim Cohen were eating at O.B. Clark's in Brentwood, that's known to be a hub for St. Louis hockey fans, after Blues players celebrated their championship win there in 2019.
This is the best hockey bar in St. Louis.
They haven't stopped ever coming in. I mean, since the last playoff, this has been a busy time always, and we anticipate this year to be really busy.
Manager Michelle Peterman ordered extra food, liquor, and prepared staff well ahead of the playoffs and expects a big turnout for Game 6.
And I couldn't even tell you what time to get here because they could start coming in here at noon, and because people are going to get off work early probably just so they can be ready for the game.
From West County to downtown, Ballpark Village Chief Operating Officer Mike LaMartina prepares for large crowds ahead of Thursday's Cardinals and Blues games.
Cardinals carry over from the day, but we also run a free trolley back and forth to Enterprise for pregame and postgame. So you can get down here, it starts running 2 hours before the game.
They have watch parties for home and away games, and it's been packed for every game in the first round of playoffs.
I feel like these crowds this year, with what we've seen so far in this first round, are actually coming out more. In 2019, I think people were still thinking this is a team that gets knocked out in the first round. Everyone's excited now. They want to see this team really take it and go all the way.
Dugan expects nothing less.
Let's go Blues. The city's behind them, 100%.
O.B. Clark's doesn't take reservations. Their seating is first come, first served. Now you can make reservations online on Ballpark Village's website. The Game 6 starts tomorrow night at 8:30. Live in St. Louis, Pepper Baker, 5 on your side.
Tonight, Annie Malone Children and Family Services is preparing to host its 112th May Day Parade. The parade returns to downtown St. Louis this Sunday at 1 p.m. 5 on your side is proud to serve as the exclusive media partner. The May Day Parade is the organization's largest fundraiser. Each year, Annie Malone serves more than 500 children and families. Today, a phone bank was held to take in donations to help Annie Malone's mission to help parents manage their stress and prevent child abuse. You can still donate anytime just by going to KSTK.com/Annie Malone.
The battle over a woman's reproductive rights hits a legislative brick wall. The next steps Democrats plan to take: sticker shock at the grocery store, the substitute ingredients that can save you money in the checkout lane.
One more day of searing heat before changes arrive as we head towards the weekend. We're tracking those changes and the rain chances they bring.
New video tonight showing the moment a Tesla crashed into a building in Ohio. The security video was captured last week outside the Greater Columbus Convention Center. The crash caused more than $250,000 in damage. Police say the car was going about 70 miles an hour. The driver claimed he lost control of the brakes. Whew, that's fast. But witnesses say he sped up to make a yellow light. The driver was hospitalized and ticketed. Tonight, a push to protect abortion rights nationwide is hitting a major yet expected roadblock.
The Women's Health Protection Act was 11 votes short of advancing in the U.S. Senate. Today's vote came after the fallout of a leaked Supreme Court draft decision that would overturn Roe v. Wade, turning abortion laws over to the states. Top Democrats say today's vote is one of the most consequential in decades. Republicans call the bill radical.
The majority of the American people believe in defending a woman's right, her choice to decide what happens to her own body.
If they want to run on that issue, I think that begins to make people more aware of just how extreme their position is, and it will not help them on Election Day.
Some states like Illinois are moving forward with plans to expand abortion access. Others like Missouri are proposing to ban abortions or put new restrictions in place.
Your eyes are not deceiving you. Tonight, gas prices continue to reach new highs. The average price around St. Louis is around $4.10. That is a 20-cent jump from just a week ago. Over in the Metro East, drivers are paying around $4.60. The national average jumped 3 cents overnight to a new record of $4.40. With gas prices this high, every penny counts. To find the lowest gas prices in your area, text the word gas to 314-425-5355. You can fill your tank up for free. Today in St. Louis and Phillips 66 is giving away free fuel all week. Tune in tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 to find out how to enter. A positive sign tonight that inflation could be easing. The inflation rate saw little change from March to April. It grew 8.3% in April compared to 8.5% in March. Analysts say the numbers indicate inflation, which has been sitting at a 40-year high since December, is showing signs of cooling off.
You no doubt have noticed that your recent grocery bills have taken a bigger bite out of your wallet. Prices are creeping up all over the store, but Consumer Reports has some tips to help you save money at the supermarket. Stephanie Domingos is focused on making healthy meals for her family. As prices at her local supermarket climb, she's found that planning every meal in advance pays off.
Meal planning definitely helps me save money because I am being conscious about what I'm eating and what I'm going to be purchasing, so I do not overbuy.
Stretching your dollar at the supermarket is worth the effort. Some approaches to saving will also lead you to eating healthier. Let's start in the store. A well-thought-out list will help keep you from impulse buys. Try replacing some of the meat in your diet. Dried beans, peas, and lentils are far cheaper than animal proteins, and they're packed with nutrients. Legumes are also a great base for dips, bowls, or salads, hearty stews, and veggie burgers.
Beans are a source of fiber, a nutrient most adult Americans don't get enough of. And getting protein from beans rather than red and processed meat can protect against certain cancers and other chronic diseases.
Eggs are another nutritious and still relatively inexpensive staple. Use them in breakfast burritos, lunchtime omelets, or a savory dinner pancake, and benefit from their vitamin and protein power.
Consumer Reports has found that store brands are often comparable in taste and nutrition to name brands.
And store brand foods and beverages can cost 20 to 25% less than name brands of a similar product. If you don't already check unit prices, try it. It's this per ounce or per pound number next to the full price. At almost $5 less per quart, this larger bottle of olive oil is a better buy. A store loyalty card not only gives you easy access to coupons and specials, some stores let you earn gas rewards, and Amazon Prime members get special discounts at Whole Foods. Consumer Reports also reminds us that your freezer is a money saver. A family of 4 can save about $2,000 a year freezing large quantities of food on sale or in season, and then building meals around those foods.
An I-Team investigation getting results for a veteran who wants to buy his first home. Last night, we told you about Melvin White's struggle to become a homeowner. Every time he's put down an offer, sometimes well over asking, he says he's been outbid. White says a 5 on your side viewer saw the story and wants to sell White his home. So White plans to check out that house within the next few days, and we'll keep you posted on his journey. Let's get back to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. And the heat is on. I'll call low 80s relief.
Yeah, and it will be.
For sure.
Yeah, this weekend's going to seem just absolutely delightful. We'll be about 83 degrees on Saturday. Maybe we'll have a shower or thunderstorm, but it's a toasty St. Louis skyline tonight. Even Forest Park right now, that's the temperature on the screen, is at 83 degrees. And you know, when it's 83 in Forest Park at 10 o'clock at night, it's still hot. 90 yesterday. We didn't get the record yesterday, but we eclipsed it today. Broke it by 3 degrees. That was 91. The new record in the books now probably will be 94. By the way, this is the earliest we've ever hit 94 in St. Louis. That goes back to 1874. I think we're going to break the record tomorrow. It's 92, and we're aiming for 93. Temperatures really are not cooling down across the region. You're still looking at 70s and 80s across Missouri and Illinois. We're fairly quiet at the moment, though. The active weather has been to our north. Quite the complex of storms rolling through Minneapolis this evening. A lot of wind, very heavy rain, some hail with that. Here at home, much quieter, but yes, still very sultry. The heat index right now, still 92 degrees in St. Louis. Our dew point is 72. Our low this morning was only 74, and we're in that same territory again tomorrow morning. So at the end of the day, 74 will stick for the low temperature in St. Louis for this Wednesday, and that's going to go in the record books as the warmest low temperature for the day. So we're just chipping off records right and left. Upper 60s, around 70 in the outlying areas. Going to that ball game tomorrow at Busch. It's a 12:15 start. It'll already be 90 degrees at first pitch, 92 at 3 o'clock. Grab a big bottle of water before you go and drink it before you get downtown. Heat index tomorrow. This is the story. 94 to 99 for much of the area. Maybe a little bit of relief off to the east of St. Louis. We get into Friday, things start to change. The pattern starts to break down. We may see a couple of scattered showers or isolated showers and thunderstorms during the mid to late morning. Most of the focus, though, will be west of St. Louis into the early afternoon and evening hours. Scattered thunderstorms will be possible into Friday night, and potentially one or two of them off to our west could be a bit stronger with some gusty winds. But as far as the real severe weather threat, that doesn't look like it's very high at all for St. Louis, despite the fact we'll still be humid, we'll still be in the upper 80s for highs. Finally, though, over the weekend, we back those temperatures off, about 83 Saturday. There'll be a few scattered showers and storms around on Saturday. Sunday, there's still a chance we could have an isolated shower or thunderstorm. It doesn't look widespread, but more comfortable from Sunday into Monday. Then we heat back up towards the end of next week, back into the mid 80s. Lots of water. You might not think you're drinking enough, or maybe you're thinking you're drinking too much. Odds are you're not. You can't drink enough when it's this hot.
Yeah. All right, Scott, thanks. Frank is here with sports.
Well, Mike, the kids were on fire for the Cardinals tonight. Wait till you see these highlights. And I am going to tell you what the real key to the Blues' success is during the playoffs. And I promise you, you have no idea what it is. I don't think anybody in this offseason had Miles Michaelis as the staff ace. Jack Flaherty was supposed to be healthy. Adam Wainwright had just won 17 games, and the Cardinals paid Steven Matz $44 million. Michaelis, he had a combined 11 wins the last 2 seasons. Well, take a look at him. He is your ace. He was brilliant against Baltimore tonight. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 1 walk. His ERA down to 1.49. 2 of my favorite players are the call-ups. Juan Yepez had 2 more hits tonight, including his 2nd homer of the season. This young man really appreciates the big league experience. You can see it right there. So does his former Memphis teammate, Brendan Donovan. He doubles to the wall. It scores 2. This kid can hit a little. 2 doubles, 2 walks. That's what happens when you're on Channel 5 at 6 o'clock. Everybody hit a lot tonight. Paul Goldschmidt doubles to the wall, and the Cardinals go on to blast Baltimore 10-1. Ali on Yepez after the game.
You can tell just the way he, on the on-deck circle, going to the plate, each at bat is personal to him. It's you can tell that a kid's been told for a long time that this isn't possible, and he's enjoying proving a lot of people wrong.
Chasing the Cubs, sponsored by CarShield.
I have discovered the key to the Blues' success this postseason, and it's not Vladdy or Jordan. It's the tie. Check this out. Friday, Craig Berube wears this solid blue tie. Blues got beat. Sunday, he goes to this blue tie with a yellow stripe. It's the Blues colors. And so what does he do last night? Yes, he breaks out the lucky tie. Very few stylish men wear the same tie back to back unless it's a lucky tie. Look for that tie tomorrow night. Now to the unimportant stuff on the ice. Once Vladimir Tarasenko put the Blues in front last night, they could execute the Berube game plan, and they did it to perfection. Physical play with discipline. They frustrated the Wild, limited their chances, and surrounded Jordan Binnington with help. It all adds up to wearing down the opposition.
Keeping that momentum, keeping it on the forecheck, making it tough on them, not giving them too much ice, and I think we did a good job of just rolling, next line up mentality, playing the right way.
Our team stayed with it, which is, really important. You got to go deep and you got to keep it tight, and we talked about this at the beginning of the series, just staying with it. Might take to the last 10 minutes of the game.
We had a thriller in Boston tonight. Game 5, Celtics and Bucks, and Jason Tatum had the mid-range game working late. Tatum had a team-high 34 points and looked like Boston would hold on. But off a missed free throw, Bobby Portis got the putback, and the Bucks got the 110-107 victory. They lead the series 3-2. Hey, take a look at these faces. They are the faces of champions, and fittingly, they reside in the city of champions, East St. Louis. This is the Special Olympics East St. Louis Flyers track squad. Just like the varsity team, they are dominating. They just won the region, and later this month, this group will try to win the state title, and they really have a passion for their sport.
They're a great group of student athletes who don't get a lot of attention, and it's a pleasure coaching them, to give them some recognition and some personal one-on-one time, whether it's a coach or a mentor. These kids are very, very great kids, and they got a great work ethic.
Good luck to East St. Louis, and that will do it in sports.
All right, Frank, thanks.
A lesson in new theater etiquette from a Broadway legend. The message two theater goers heard loud and clear.
Who do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you?
That's Broadway legend Patti Lupone. She went viral for yelling at those two audience members who were not wearing a mask. Theater goers say Lupone politely asked them several times to put their masks on. Masks are required inside Broadway theaters until at least the end of the month.
How'd you like to be yelled at by Patti Lupone?
I'd listen.
Yeah, there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
His guests tonight, Jimmy Buffett and Florence and the Machine. Have a great tomorrow.